Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And let's continue the series I've been doing where I attempt to name who I believe is the best player in each NHL franchise history, their all-time GOAT. Previously did this for NBA and NFL teams. They're in playlists. You can check them out. Going in alphabetical order, today we land on the New York Islanders. The Islanders' inaugural season was in the 1972-73 season. They have played a total of 51 NHL seasons. Of course, they won 4 straight Stanley Cups to start the 80s from 1980 to 1983. Now, before I name who I believe is the GOAT of the franchise, I've been revisiting the NHL Mount Rushmores I did 2 years ago, where I attempted to name who I believe are the 4 best players in each franchise's history. So, I'm going to keep it the same. They're all guys from those 80s teams in alphabetical order by last name. We got Mike Bossy. Bossy was an incredible goal scorer during his time in the NHL. Dennis Potvin. Potvin played 15 seasons with the Islanders, winning 3 Norris trophies. Billy Smith, goalie, won 304 games over 17 seasons with the Islanders, also won a Vezina trophy. And Brian Trottier played 15 seasons with the Islanders, 500 goals, won a Hart Trophy in the 78-79 season. So all those guys part of the Islanders dynasty in the early 80s. Some honorable mentions include Pat LaFontaine, Pierre Turgeon, Ziggy Palffy, Clark Gillies, John Tavares, Brent Sutter, Bobby Nystrom, Bob Bourne, and John Tonelli, to name a few. But in the end, and this was really tough choice, I went with Mike Bossy, right winger. 15th overall pick in the 1977 NHL draft. Bossy played 10 seasons, all with the Islanders. Won the Conn Smythe Trophy in 1982 as the best player in the postseason. Had Hart Trophy finishes of 3rd, 4th, 6th twice, 7th, 10th, and 11th in his career. Let's take a look at his season by season numbers via his hockey reference page. So, Bossy was a 5-time first team All-Star and 3 times was a second team All-Star. So, 8 of his 10 seasons made one of the 2 All-Star teams. Again, 10 years from 77-78 till the 86-87 seasons. 752 games, 573 goals, 553 assists, 1,126 points, a plus 380 in his career. First 9 seasons, Bossy totaled at least 51 goals. 5 of those he had more than 60. Twice led the NHL, had a career high of 69 in the 78-79 season, also 68 in the 80-81 season. Altogether, he had 7 of his 10 seasons of at least 100 points and well over 100, 117 in each of those seasons. 91 and 92 in 2 other seasons. A guy who notoriously did not want to fight. He won 3 Lady Byng trophies in his career. As I mentioned, he won a Conn Smythe, part of all 4 Stanley Cup winning teams with the Islanders. In 129 playoff games, Bossy totaled 85 goals, 75 assists for 160 points. 3 straight postseasons from 81 to 83. He led all playoff performers with 17 goals in each of those postseasons. Totaled 44 hat tricks in his career, including the playoffs, named to 7 All-Star teams. His 573 goals are 23rd all-time. His 1,126 points are 63rd all-time. Injuries caused him to retire a bit early. He was just 30 years old, so you wonder how much higher he would have been on those all-time lists had he continued playing. His total of 0.76 goals per game is an NHL record. Second place belongs to Mario Lemieux at 0.75. Yes, that may have dropped if he continued playing, but nonetheless, it shows what an elite goal scorer he was in his career. It's unfortunate he didn't play longer, inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1991. Unfortunately, passed away a little more than 2 years ago at the age of 65. In my eyes, and this was very tough because Dennis Potvin and Bryan Trottier had a lot to say about being the best of all time in franchise history. I gave the oh so slight edge to Mike Bossy. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Do you agree with the Mount Rushmore I have for the Islanders? Again, some of these are easy, some of these are challenging. This is definitely one of the more challenging ones because they had so much top level talent. I mean, Gillies too, on those four championship teams. Now, with all these, I take a look at the active roster, decide if anyone has a chance to overtake the GOAT, make the Mount Rushmore. Be an honorable mention. It's going to be very hard to make this Mount Rushmore, so I don't anticipate anyone doing so. Matthew Barzal probably could be an honorable mention as is through his first 8 seasons, 442 points, Calder Trophy winner in the 2017-18 season. Ilya Sorokin, 95 wins through 4 seasons, 2.54 goals against average, 919 save percentage. Finished second in Vezina Trophy voting in the 2022-23 season. Both those guys can absolutely be honorable mentions. Other than that, maybe Noah Dobson. Yeah, 191 points. Finished eighth through 5 years. Finished eighth in Norris Trophy voting last season. Probably all could be honorable mention guys, but I don't foresee anyone making this Mount Rushmore because those early 80s teams were so awesome. But Anders Lee as well can be a honorable mention. But stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be doing the New York Rangers. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.